it on the line, 'cause my heart can't take it anymore. And if you're creeping, please don't let it show. Oh baby, I don't wanna know.
Hola mi gente, welcome to MsMalcolmHughes, the podcast where I share lessons on love and life that I've learned the hard way. Today we'll be covering the topic of who do you love, the one you lie to or the one you tell the truth. And I have a very special guest with me today who will be helping to cover this topic. And you are?
Christina.
So, as you know, this topic came to me in the beauty salon recently where a group of women were discussing the fact that men, because they were all identified as straight, actually love the women that they lie to and care nothing about the women that they tell the truth to. And I actually disagreed with them. I feel as if it's an oversimplification and it's a scapegoat for women to protect their feelings. So before I get into my rationale, I want to know how you feel about it in this moment in a romantic sense, but also just in general. Who do you think you love? The one you lie to or the one you tell the truth to?
So I agree with you. I think it's more complicated than just like, I lie to you, so I love you, whatever. I do think in some ways you lie to the woman that you love because you don't want to lose her.
Yes.
But also, I think I think you could love more than one person, right?
For sure.
So you may love the person that you lied to more because you're more afraid of losing them than the other person that you tell the truth. Or you could think that they could just handle the truth more.
True. So that was a big part of my rationale. One was that you can't love more than one person, but also I may love the fact that I don't have to lie to you, right? I may love the fact that I can be 100 with you and that you're still going to stay around, which means you accept all of me, right? Now, in the sense that I lie to you because I'm scared to lose you, the question for me is that's really just me protecting myself, right?
Yeah.
So even though I'm scared to lose you, I guess the other question is, do I respect you?
Not all the way.
No.
You selfish. It's selfish.
True. Okay. So another big thing for me was whether or not you think someone can handle the truth. So let's say in a situation where I feel as if I actually told you the truth, you might stay, right? You might actually stay around, but I still choose to lie to you. What does that say about our relationship at that point?
I don't know that I think that most people can handle the truth. Most people say that they want the truth, but in my experience, most people can't handle the truth.
Give me an example of something you've experienced personally.
So I try to be a very honest person, upfront, open. In my previous relationship, before we got in a committed relationship, I told her, hey, I'm dating other people. She was like, all right, cool. Just let me know if you have sex with someone else.
Okay.
So I told her.
And what happened?
And she flipped out. And she was like, da-da-da-da. I was like, you said you was cool with this. This was on the table. You knew what it was. And she flipped out.
Okay, so was the arrangement that you would tell her before you had sex with someone else, or you would just let her know if it happened?
I would just let her know if it happened.
If it happened. Okay. So in that situation, she couldn't handle the truth, right? But there are tons of situations where people can't handle the truth. Like for me, I felt like those individuals and people in general like the idea of, well, X person is lying to me, so they love me. And they're telling them the truth because they don't love them. And I think it's just more or less an idealism that the person cheating doesn't care about the person they're cheating with, right?
Oh,
like people don't care about the side chick.
People care about the side chick.
People care about the side chick.
I agree with you. People definitely care. I think the thing about the side chick is you want the side chick to be stress free. The side chick is supposed to be the person that you can come to, have fun, without the baggage of dealing with a relationship.
She's all the weekend, right? Like SZA, she's the weekend.
All the arguments, you don't have to deal with that.
Right.
And once that comes in, that's where all the trouble. But you care.
For sure.
You care about them, but you just don't want all the stress of a real relationship.
Do you think that you can love the side chick more than you love your main partner?
Yeah.
What happens at that point?
You might want to end things with your main partner.
Alright.
I'm saying, I feel like personally, if you feel like you need to have a side chick, then it means there's something missing.
Now that's a different topic that I think people don't usually like to consider. But what if everything is perfect, right? Because we know the 80-20 rule. No one's going to be able to give you 100%, as they say, right? So let's say this person is giving you as much as any one person can give you, as much as you can expect. But then your side chick, your side dude, your side whatever is giving you that like other 20%. Do you leave or do you stay? And I know it sounds counterintuitive because you're like, obviously if this person's giving you 80 and they're giving you 20, you should just leave. But what if that 20 is what you actually need?
I was about to say, like, that 20% may be more important than that 80. Or something in that 20% may be like a very specific need that is necessary compared in your main chick not giving you that, or your main person.
I agree. So we're talking about right now strictly in a romantic sense, right? So let's branch out a little bit. All right, so we both decided that lying to someone isn't as simple as I don't care about you versus I do care about you, right? Do you ever think there's a right reason to lie to someone, either romantically or not romantically, that isn't rooted in selfish desires?
Yes.
Like what?
When a woman asks you if they look good or if they gain it like how I look, like, I feel like, you know, if I can boost somebody's confidence, then yeah, I'm a liar.
That's messed up.
Why?
Because
as long as they don't look crazy, like, if you know, just, I'm gonna boost your confidence.
I mean, okay, of course you want to boost someone's confidence, but if they're coming to you like, hey, how do I look? Do I actually look good? And you're saying yeah, but maybe they just look alright, right? Maybe they could look better. Maybe they got a different outfit in the closet, but you sending them outside where they look mediocre, where they could have been A1.
I guess. But isn't all about how you feel? So if they feel like they A1, then they the hottest thing walking, then that's all that matters.
That's fair, except for when it's not.
yeah, I think there's like a level. If they look like crazy or they look like, look, you don't need to leave the house in this, then you should say something. But if it's just like, all right, whatever,
then you let it be.
You let it be, yeah.
Okay, that's fair. So I'm going to give you a different example. You can tell me whether or not you agree. So this is the concept of lying to someone to protect them, right? So I had an ex who we were sitting one day and they were kind of down on their luck, having hard times, and they wanted to turn towards things they had done in the past. So we were sitting there, we were talking one day, and they were like, hey, how would you feel if I went back to doing X, Y, and Z? And my question was, well, why are you telling me this? Like, why are you bringing this up, right? And their response was, well, I'm trying to figure out if I need to lie to you or if I can tell you the truth. And in that situation, like, how do you grapple with that, right? Because this is someone you're with romantically, and they're not trying to lie to you. They're just trying to gauge where you are. So then how do you gauge whether or not it's actually like, who are they actually trying to protect in that situation?
I think it depends. It could be, they could be protecting themselves, right?
Mm-hmm.
In the sense of they don't want to lose you. If they do something and you don't like it, they don't want to lose you.
Right.
Or they could just be like, all right, I'm protecting her. I don't want her to know what's going on. All this. I think it just depends on the situation.
That's fair. But then do you think that you can actually lie to someone to protect them when the person may actually feel like in doing so you've taken away their free will and their choice?
Yeah, I do think it's fucked up. Like, you should be honest and give the person the right to make a decision.
Okay. So have you ever lied to someone to protect them?
Yeah.
You said that so casually. Was it really to protect them or to protect yourself?
To protect them. To protect their feelings.
Say more.
I've been in a situation where I've dated multiple people. But, like, they knew I was dating multiple people. But they wanted to know like details, and I was like, no. So I would never be like, oh, I'm hanging out with this person.
Yeah.
Like, I would keep things very like, all right, I'm busy. Like, I'm not going to tell you, because I didn't want it to be like a competition or anything.
That's fair. So I would say, just based on where I currently stand at this point in my life, and I think answers change over time, right? I think at one point in time, I might have said I lied to the one I cared about, or I loved the one I cared about. Sorry.
Lied to the one that you
cared about. I lied to the one that I cared about. But honestly, right now, standing in this like frame of mind that I'm in and how I approach relationships, I would say that I actually care about the one that I don't lie to, the one that I don't have to lie to. Because at this point, I feel like that's the person who actually knows me. Like, if I'm lying to you, then you don't really know me. You know what I'm letting you get to know of me, or what I'm presenting to you. So in the back of my mind is something, like, there's always a question there. So I actually care more about the person I can fully be 100 with. And I'm also at the point where, like, if I have to lie to you, I'm probably not going to deal with you at this point. And if I'm with you and I want to see someone else, then I probably just shouldn't be with you at this point.
Yeah.
Right? So that's why I currently stand with it.
So.
All
right, back to not romantic, right?
Okay.
Lying to like a friend, a family member, or something. Why do you think people do that?
I think it could be a multitude of reasons. One is I don't think you can handle the truth. Like, if I'm lying to a family member at this point, I don't think you can handle what I would say to you. For instance, I have a family member who wants to do better with their lives, right? But every time they try, the smallest thing may come up and they get sidetracked, or they feel discouraged and they don't want to do it by themselves. So for me, when they approach me with like new things they want to do, I'm encouraging for sure you can do that, which is true. You can do that. Now, am I invested in this actually becoming reality? No. But do I feel like it would help you by saying that? Not at all. Because what if you do it this time? But yeah, so I think part of it is to protect them. I don't want to be the person who tells you can't do something when you can do it. You just gotta,
But is a part of it to protect you too? Because you don't want to get your hopes up that they change and then they don't.
I mean, I think that's, in this situation, no. Right? In this situation, I am completely detached from it. Right? But in a situation where I may be more invested, then yeah.
I agree. I think also like guilt, shame. Some people don't tell the truth because of that.
Yeah. I don't know, because I think, now I'm thinking about a situation where your friend may come to you and they cry and they're upset, and you're like, nah, girl, it's going to be fine. It's going to be okay. And you may be lying. You may know, like, this is going to be disastrous. So whether or not that's
eventually it's going to be okay, though.
That's true. Eventually it will be, 99% chance that it'll be okay. Sometimes things get dark. But I agree. So yeah, I don't think every lie is intended to be harmful, but I do think there's a degree of either like selfishness or self-protection in it. Because even if I lie to you, I think there's even if I lie to you in a supportive sense, like, yeah, I want you to know that it's going to be okay. But also, I think there's a sense of, I want to help resolve the situation as well.
Yeah.
So even that could be considered selfish. Right? So yeah. So I think the conclusion is,
everyone's selfish. And everyone lies.
Everyone's selfish. Everyone lies. Do you think there's a difference between a white lie and a small lie and a little lie? Does it matter? Or are both wrong?
I think there's a difference.
Is one better than the other?
If you're doing something that can cause me hurt, or you put me in a situation where harm could happen, then I feel like a lie is not acceptable.
Okay.
Anybody.
So here's a question I have for you, because I have been guilty of this for a number of years. Up until this point, and kind of still at this point, I operate under a don't ask, don't tell policy. So unless I think, now it's kind of matured a little bit. So now if I think it's beneficial for you to know, I will tell you, right? But is admitting the truth or like choosing not to tell certain information, is that the same thing as a lie?
Yes.
Yes?
So, for example, I think of my friend group, I'm the only person when I start dating people that I say that I'm dating multiple people. None of my friends, most of my friends are straight, so I guess dudes don't care.
Yeah.
But like everybody, like, you're the only person I know that openly tells people that you're dating multiple people. Most people I feel like don't.
I'm trying to think about if I do. I do. If I'm dating multiple people, how it'll come up is it'll usually be like people like, what's going on with you? I'm chilling, getting to know people. Like that's usually how it happens. So yeah, so I don't feel like, I don't know. I think that, I guess I still feel conflicted about it. I don't necessarily feel like not giving certain details is the same thing as a lie.
I guess I agree because I'm the type of person who, if you don't ask me, I'm not saying nothing. Like I'll say I'm dating multiple people. I'm not telling you no details. I'm not telling you who I'm sleeping with. I'm not telling you any of this. If you're not asking specific details,
you're not gonna get it. Exactly. That might make both of us shitty people. Just so you know, we might be crappy humans.
Right.
Because I definitely had an ex get mad at me before for not telling them something they found out way down the line, and for me, I was just like, I never lied to you. It just never came up. And they were like, people go to jail for withholding evidence too. Like, that was literally their response. So ever since...
That's a good one.
Right? Ever since then, I started to think about it a little differently. But I think, yeah. So that just goes back to the point of, like, me. I feel like that person wouldn't have been able to, like, withstand the weight of that truth. Like, I knew it was something they were vehemently against. So for me, I was just like, I like this person. I'm enjoying this. That doesn't need to come up. So in that sense, it was selfish. So yeah, I guess all lies are rooted in selfishness, huh? Okay. So I guess the final conclusion, who do people actually love? The one they lie to or the one they tell the truth? I would say, I think it depends on the person and the situation.
I agree. I was going to say both.
Yeah. Like, I might love both of y'all.
Just differently. I love y'all differently.
That's a different topic. Can you be in love with two people and can you love two people equally? We ain't gonna cover that today, but that's one for a future conversation. So yeah, to answer the question, you may love the person you lie to or the person you tell the truth to, depending on the dynamic that you two have. That's what I would say. Yeah. All right. So that's the answer to the question today. Love lesson learned the hard way. All lies are bad, and
don't lie.
Don't lie, right? Tell the truth if you can. That was horrible to even add the caveat of if you can't. Always tell the truth, except for when you can't. But, so another thing I want to introduce during this podcast is actually, at the end of each podcast, I want to pull a tarot card, just giving advice to whomever is listening about what you may need to hear at this time. And the card that came through today is New Beginning. A new adventure awaits. Embrace it and live your dreams passionately. So in other words, leave that liar alone and go live your best life with someone new, because there's better out there and someone that won't lie to you. And there you have it.
If you was looking for a sign, this is your sign.
This is it.
This is it.
That's it for today, y'all. I'm MsMalcolmHughes signing off.
I'm Christina.
Peace.